There were 3 central ammunitions depots in the UK: Nestcliff in Shropshire, Longsdown in Cumbria, and here. Nestcliff closed its ammunitions depot in 1961, but still remains a military training camp. Longsdown, however, still remains an ammunition store. Which leaves this: Britain's only semi-accessible central ammunitions depot, and one of Britain's places that won World War II. Unlike Churchill's war rooms or numerous air raid shelters around the UK, it's a forgotten anomaly. It's not as prestigious, it doesn't have the celebrity connection, but it's massive. Its story and its history and its engineering are amazing. Welcome to Monkton Farleigh. The hills around Bath have been continuously mined since the Roman period. The Bath stone that's extracted is a freestone, which means it can be cut in any direction, which is useful for building purposes. There was so much mining going on in this region that in the 19th century, mine operators would run into each other looking for the same rock, which resulted in a massive maze of tunnels and caverns underneath, not the city, but the outskirts of Bath. The only problem with these mines was what to do with them. In the 1930s, these mines were shutting down and the Bath stone industry was in deep decline. This is where the MOD comes in. In the 1930s, an expansionist government in Germany was gaining support. The UK was worried about the potential threat of Nazi bombers on the UK's ammunition bunkers, which could easily be targeted from the air. They forcibly bought out the landowner to buy all his mines. In November 1937, the Great Western Railway were commissioned with building a siding here, right outside the city of Bath. The plans for this site were finalised in December 1938, and the Central Ammunitions Depot for the south east of England was now under construction. I'm here at the railway entrance to the reserve. A railway shed like this would be nothing out the ordinary. When speeding along the London-Bristol main line, this place appears to be nothing but a small hut. There were numerous sheds like this dotted around the UK that served rural communities. The only thing out the blue, though, would be this: a downwards descent into a large underground sorting area, with a hole in the wall that leads to a 1-mile tunnel deep into the Cotswolds. There are similar sheds in the Monkton Farleigh parish. The MOD concreted the walls. The floors were levelled and covered with coal ash to prevent sparks. Before the ramp that used to take the wagons down into the tunnel, there used to be an aerial ropeway that dropped the wagons down. As can be seen by this large expanse of cross-track work, this used to be an expansive platform which went 300 metres that way. Wagons used to be wheeled round and down into the mine. Conveyor systems were implemented to carry the munitions all around the vast facility. The site was finished in 1941 and could hold 120,000 tonnes of ammunition. From the air, the signs of this operation is invisible. It makes me wonder why we took these cool aerial shots. However, from this view, we can see what the Jerrys saw. The whole CAD has been spread over 4 quarries. Ridge Quarry has been sealed up due to vandals. Eastleigh Quarry is a commercial site used for wine storage, and the Tunnel Quarry is still used by the MOD under the name CAD Corsham, which incorporates the massive Burlington bunker, which leaves Monkton Farleigh Quarry. There was only ever one conveyor. It could either move munitions in or out. The conveyor belt ran continuously for 30 days leading up to D-Day. There were 3 central ammunitions depots in total: Longsdown in Cumbria, Nestcliff in Shropshire. Nestcliff closed its central ammunitions depot in 1961, but still remains a military training base. Longsdown still remains stored to live bombs. The site at Monkton Farleigh was left by the MOD in the 60s, where it became derelict. It became a museum in the 80s and was reviewed as a very unusual tourist attraction, until that closed in 1990. In 1996, Wansdyke bought the site. The Monkton Farleigh section is now a secure storage facility, holding private documents for organisations. The only part that's accessible is the tunnel from Farleigh Down sidings. A 1-mile inclined straight line into the hills, and it's an unbelievable place. CAD Monkton Farleigh kept Britain's bomb safe from World War II, which in turn kept Britain safe. Whenever you walk around the city of Bath and you see that beautiful light coloured stone, know that the hills that they came from now have a far greater legacy.